Hello, good morning, and welcome to 10 to 13 Money, Money, Money. Okay, excuse my delay. Sorry I'm late, but had a little bit of technical problems with the computer this morning. So, good morning, Marco. Good morning, Marco. Can you tell me where you're from? So, I'm from London. I'm I'm 38 years old and I live in Florence. I teach in the Florence School in Via Baracca. Today we are going to be looking at a 10 to 13 focus activity. Um, 10 to 13 focus activity, money, money, money. Okay.
Okay, good
Please tell
morning.
me if you can see my screen. Okay. Can you see the screen, Paul?
Yeah, I can.
Great. Okay. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties this morning. My
Me
computer
too, yeah.
decided to die on me. So, Marco, if you would like to introduce yourself and tell me where you're from. Okay. Paul,
Okay,
can you introduce
so
yourself?
good morning. Good morning, guys. My name is Paul and I'm from Ireland. Like Joelle, we're both living in Florence at the moment. And we are here today to talk about money, money, money. So this is a really, really nice and interesting focus. Good morning, Marco. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. So if you have any questions today, Marco, uh, lucky you, two teachers, one student, you can
Wow.
ask us any questions. Okay. So Joel, if you want to read the focus, please.
Yes. Okay. So the objectives of today's focus is money, money, money. And in this
Hmm.
focus activity, we will be discussing our attitude to money, everyday vocabulary and phrases related to money, and sayings and proverbs about money. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Question. Paul.
Okay. So, is it possible to have too much money? Well, that's an interesting question, and Marco, we'll ask you that question as well. Um, no,
Marco
it's not
says
impossible.
he's from
Oh,
Caserta, South Italy, even though
ah,
he attended his classes in Milan. Okay, great.
cool.
So,
Great, great, Marco. Thanks for letting us know. Do I think it's possible to have too much money? Yes, well, no, I don't. I mean, you can never have too much money, especially now in these difficult times. So any bit of money that you have is certainly important. Of course, I don't believe that money buys happiness. What do you think, Joel?
um, I think it is possible to have too much. I mean, it's always nice to have a healthy amount of money in the bank
Mm,
account, but I can't understand how some people in the world have billions and billions of euros in their bank account, and
mm.
other people like can hardly make it to the end of the month with 10 euros left in their bank account. So I think it is possible for one person, just one human being, to have too much money. Like I don't think one human being needs billions and billions and billions of euros. This is my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, of course.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like, I wouldn't know what to do if I had €1 billion. Obviously, I'd invest it,
Yeah.
I'd spend it, but like, it's probably too much money.
Mm.
Would you stop working, Joel, if you had €1 billion?
No, but I would probably do, instead of working, I would probably do a lot of volunteer work. So
Okay.
for example, I love animals and dogs. So I would probably join like a dog home, a dog pound or something,
Yeah.
and volunteer to help clean the cages and help find new homes and stuff like that.
Okay. Well,
Volunteering.
that's a very good thing to do, especially with your money. I agree with you on that one. I would certainly invest it in like animal hounds and things like that. Okay, Marco says, oh,
We both clicked it.
So Marco, just be careful with your spelling. Allows is the third person. ALOWS. Allows an easier life, but not happiness. Definitely. Okay.
Great.
Yeah, it gives you an easier life for sure.
Yeah, can definitely help your life be easier. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, guys, can you think? Well, Marco, or if we have, well, we said we have three views here. So, guys, if you're most students, please comment, say your name, and tell us where you're from. So,
Okay.
I will read the blue, and maybe after Joel, you can read the red. Okay. So, it costs a fortune. It's a bargain. Splash out on. He's broke. Treat yourself. And he's generous. And if you could read the letters, please, Joel.
Yeah. Save up for. It's dirt
Mm-hmm.
cheap. Deprive yourself of. He's
Mm-hmm.
really lean or he's really tight. He's
Hmm.
rolling it. He's no, sorry, not he. It's not worth it. It's not
It's
worth it.
not worth it. Interesting. Just have my
So,
dictionary with me as well.
so we need to
Interesting.
match up the money-related opposites. Okay, so if anybody knows the answers, please write them in the chat. So, for example, 2D or 4A or whatever you think is the answer. Okay. So, any any questions also about the meanings of these phrases or any meanings of the vocabulary that you don't understand? Okay.
Mm. Well, Joel, maybe we can kind of give some oral examples just to help
Yeah.
Marco and our other students think of the answers.
Perfect.
So, when do you treat yourself to something?
I usually treat myself to something on my birthday, maybe,
Okay.
or on my anniversary.
Yeah.
So maybe I go to the spa and I treat myself to a massage, um,
Mm.
something like this. What
Okay.
about you?
Cool. Yeah. So treat myself to, generally speaking, I treat myself to a nice pizza when I go out to a restaurant.
Mhm.
So I think that's one. Interesting. What about a bargain, Joel? When was the last time you bought something for a bargain?
Um, hmm. You know what? I'm really bad at finding bargains. I can never find
Really?
bargains. Yeah, everyone else seems to find them, and I can't. So I can give examples of other people. So, for example, I
Mm-hmm.
know friends who managed to find great bargains on flights back home to England, to the UK, for
Yeah,
like 20 euros or 25 euros or something. I could never find those bargains online. I
probably
don't
because you don't
know.
have the time
Maybe I don't have the time, or I can't go when
with
they
your
offer
kids.
those, or I can't go when those offers are on. You can only
Yeah,
get that bargain if you travel on a Wednesday, for example. But I'm always working on a Wednesday. Yeah.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean,
So
yeah, the flights are at the most unusual times.
yeah, you have to go at an unusual time or on not on a week, not on a weekend. So weekday. So Marco thinks number one is F.
Mm,
Fortune, it's not worth it. Oh, okay. I can understand his like where he's
thinking.
coming from. I can understand. Um, actually, no. It is
One is
correct.
B, I think. Is it?
No,
It
it
costs.
costs a fortune.
Yeah,
It's
but the
really.
opposite. The opposite. No.
Oh, sorry, opposite.
Yeah. So
You're
it
right.
costs a
Sorry, I
fortune.
was
It's
reading the name. You're
yeah.
right.
So I think it would be maybe one would be B, perhaps.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was doing this.
Okay, no worries. Maria,
Yeah.
welcome. So it's a bargain. It's dirt cheap. I
So
would
it's
say actually two would be probably F. Okay, we'll just give them a hand with this one because it is kind of
yeah,
difficult. The two would be F. It's not worth it just because a bargain. Remember, guys, is when you buy something cheap, but
really.
then the opposite to cheap is expensive. It's not worth it. Non vale la pena. Okay,
Yeah, you wouldn't buy it because it's too expensive for what the real value actually is. Mm.
exactly.
Okay. Splash out on. So when do you splash out on something, Paul?
Um, I splash my money out on protein.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because you like the gym now. You've got into doing exercise and
exactly. Don't worry, Marco. We like you. We'd like you to participate. Don't say sorry. Okay, we
okay, Michael.
appreciate it.
I
No
made the
worries,
same
Maria.
mistake. I just automatically went for synonyms instead of opposites. So
Don't worry, guys. We're just happy you're
I made the
participating. To be
same
honest.
mistake. Okay. Um, so I usually splash out on food myself.
Absolutely.
So if I find, I don't know, I don't usually spend, I usually try and find all the great offers at the supermarket. But if there's something that I particularly like now it's this, we're starting to have the season of strawberries. And usually
Oh yeah,
strawberries are really expensive. But every so often I'll splash out on a nice pack of strawberries just to treat
absolutely.
my family.
Yeah, and of course they're perfect for smoothies as well. That reminds me, actually, I'm going to have a smoothie today with banana and kiwi, so I'm excited about that. That's my lunch. Okay, so guys, three you said splash out on. He's rolling in it.
So Maria thinks three is C. Deprive yourself of. Actually, it's very good. But
It's save up for. Okay, so
yeah,
basically, splash out on, guys, is spend. Save up for is the opposite. You don't
do not
spend.
spend.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, we have another student.
But
Welcome,
it's
Magic
similar
Roll.
to deprive yourself of as well. It could be
Yeah.
if you want. If you want to spend a lot of something, spend a lot of money on yourself or on something, and the opposite, you don't want to spend that, so you deprive yourself of it. It could also be an opposite, but there is a better opposite though.
No
So
worries. And he's
four.
broke. Ooh,
I'm usually broke by the end of the month.
me too. Yeah, I'm just waiting for your paycheck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So he's broke, guys. Any idea? So number four.
Broke. When you look in your pockets and oh god, no money. Finished it
Unfortunately, not.
all. Finished it all. So this would be the opposite. It's quite difficult, but I'll give you an idea of what this
Very
means.
good.
When you're rolling in it, have any of you ever seen the cartoon DuckTales?
I
Have you
don't know.
seen DuckTales, Paul?
It doesn't ring a bell, but go on.
DuckTales is with Scrooge McDuck and his three little nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They're all like,
Ah, yeah, I know them.
and Scrooge McDuck in the beginning of the cartoon, when there's the credits, he is literally diving and swimming in mountains and mountains of his money, and
Mm,
he usually doesn't like spending his money. That's why he keeps it all together, and he's
okay.
rolling in it. He's rolling in his money. That means he's got
Mm.
loads of money. Okay.
Or just for maybe a more okay, that's a good example. Or if you guys think of The Hobbit and you think of the dragon that is
Oh yes,
rolling in it,
yes.
surrounded by gold. So like he's got a lot of money. So I think Marco's correct. I mean, 4D. Well done. So guys, 5 and 6. Maybe Joel will give them the answers because it's a complex vocabulary here. So as Joelle said, she treats herself to strawberries. So 5 would be C, deprive yourself of, and he's generous. The answer is
Is D. So Marco
D.
is correct.
Well done,
5C,
Marco. Well done.
D. Very good.
Okay, so guys, if you've any questions here from the vocabulary, you can ask me and Joelle. Okay,
So,
Um,
is there anything in Italian which could be similar to he's really mean or he's really tight?
mm,
I know that they say this thing about poor things. They say this thing about people from Genoa or people from Liguria in general. This is the region where I'm from. I'm half Italian, and my father is from La Spezia. But they say this about people from La Spezia, but especially people from Genoa, that they're really mean or they're really tight. So what is this in Italian? Do you know this in Italian? I know it. They say that ha il braccino corto, okay? Or tirchio, great, Maria, this is the right word. Oh, spilorcio means tight. Oh, where though? Oh, hi
hmm.
Mauro, I remember you. Hi Mauro. Um, I don't remember where you're from though. Maybe it's from where you're from. They say spilorcio because we don't say it in Tuscany and we don't say it in Liguria. But tirchio, yes, it's fine. O con le braccia corte.
Hmm.
Great. Genoa. Oh, there we are. Mauro's from Genoa. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Mauro, but it's true. That's what they say about people from Genoa. Okay. It's true. It's true. And I'm from Liguria too.
Interesting. Okay,
Okay.
that was
Uh,
interesting.
okay. Money
So,
or
guys, feel free to make sentences with these phrases. Okay, it costs a fortune. It's a bargain. I treated myself too. It was dirt cheap. Think I'll splash it on. It cost me an arm and a leg, and I'm saving up for. So what can you tell us in the cost me an arm and a leg?
sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. What did you just ask?
Alright.
Sorry.
Could you please explain the meaning of it cost me an arm and a leg?
Oh, okay, perfect. So, um, an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
It cost me an arm and a leg means it was really, really expensive. It
Yeah.
was so expensive that I practically had to pay with my arm and with my leg. And so it was really, really expensive. Do you have something like this in Italian too? They do. They have a phrase also in
Yeah.
Italian.
I have
But
in
it's different.
Spanish.
Sorry?
There's a phrase that exists in Spanish as well. We have a
Um,
Spanish phrase as well, basically.
okay, okay.
That's
I don't know the Spanish phrase, but in
fair
Italian,
enough.
I think they say it costs you an eye from your
Mm.
head.
Ah, yeah. So Mia says, "Costa un occhio della testa."
Yes. There you go.
Very good.
Perfect.
Good job, guys. So, guys, write one or two sentences with the phrases. Example, my weekend trip to Switzerland. I just think because it's an expensive country. My weekend trip to Switzerland cost cost me an arm and a leg.
Very good. Okay, so students, please, if you would like to write an example in the chat, write an example sentence with one of these phrases, okay? With one of these phrases, whichever one you prefer.
Or
Shall I
tell
give
us
an
if you're
example
saving up
too?
for. Sorry, Joel?
Shall I give an example too?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you feel like.
Okay. I'm saving up for for
I wonder.
my summer holidays.
think we all are.
Yeah. If we're going to get them this year, I mean, we never know. We might be stuck at home for the whole summer. God forbid.
Nah, we won't be.
Okay. I'm saving up for my summer holidays. That means I'm trying to put a couple of euros away each month so I can spend this money on my summer holidays. Okay. Marco. I reckon I'll splash out on traveling when I'll find a new job. Great. Hey, good. Not when I'll, but when I find a new job. Because this is a first conditional. So one part is with the future simple, and the other part is with present simple. Okay.
Mhm.
I reckon I'll splash out on traveling when I find a new job. Excellent. Oh, another one from Marco. Paul, do you want to read this?
Yeah, so he's saving up for moving abroad. Oh, interesting. And Marco, where would you like to move to? Do you have any country in mind where you would like to go? Actually, my friend, I told her yesterday, I was like, you're being unrealistic. She was saying to me that she wants to go to Australia, and it sounded today that Australia have closed all their borders. So I said, you're not moving anywhere.
Not for now. Not for now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, I think Europe has
cool.
closed all their borders as well. A lot of countries in Europe.
Yeah.
So the Schengen Treaty is no longer applicable at the moment.
Mm,
You cannot just freely travel from one country to another in Europe at the moment. But
yeah,
this is a very particular, bizarre moment in history.
it will pass. It will pass.
Yeah. Okay. What about Paul? Do you want to give one with it was dirt cheap?
Yeah, so my Ryanair flight, I think that's the best one. My Ryanair flight was dirt cheap. I bought, this is true actually, last year I bought a flight from Alicante to Seville for €5. That was crazy.
€5.
Yeah, so I bought a flight from
You see,
Alicante to Seville
these are the
for,
kind of bargains that I can never find.
it was it was a good find, I'm not gonna lie. I was really happy
Yeah,
with and I don't know if I'll be able to travel. I have a small holiday booked for Seville in May, but I think it's going to get cancelled from just for 3 days
yeah.
from Pisa to Seville. But I
It will
don't think
come.
it's going to happen.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's okay
Ah,
though. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
Marco says I'd like to attend a PhD in the US. Wow,
Wow,
very
cool.
good, very
Do
ambitious.
what type of PhD would you like to do, Marco?
Okay. Oh, Maria has said, really? You found a flight for €5? I was
Five
shocked
ninety
too.
nine, 5.99. Okay, I'll be sorry. It's a bit of because they never say €5. It's generally 5.99 to
Yeah, it's
make it
always
look
with
a bit
99
cheaper.
on yeah, yeah.
It was a
So
lucky
dirt.
find.
Does anybody know what dirt means? What is dirt?
Well, dirt in general, like if you step on grass and you see, I think it's sporchio, no?
Sporco, sporco, lo
Sporco.
sporco.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just something that is dirty.
Mm,
Or we also refer to dirt as mud as well.
yeah.
Mud. So you fangle mud that's on the ground. Okay. So something that is dirt cheap is just really, really, really cheap. Okay. The opposite of costing a fortune. I'll give an example with Good Maria. Sporco. Um, what cost me a fortune? Something that cost me a fortune. Um, hmm. I suppose my flights to Phoenix in Arizona cost me a fortune
Oof.
because at the time when I went there, there were no direct flights. So we needed to take three planes to get there.
Okay.
And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. It cost a small fortune for me, anyway, to go and visit my sister. So unfortunately, I don't get to see my sister very often. So
Mm.
like a muddy puddle, maybe? Is that what you wanted to say, Maria? Maybe she wanted to say muddy puddle. She put,
Mm.
yeah, a muddy, maybe muddy puddle. Is that what you were saying? Okay. Oh, in finance. In finance. What in finance, Marco? Oh, right. His PhD. He wants to get a PhD in finance.
Yeah. I was just thinking for a second. Cool, cool, cool.
Right.
Ooh.
Paul, can you read?
Yeah, so it says, guys, make sentences with these phrases, okay? With a city you can live on, you can get by. To be honest, these phrases are very relevant at the moment. He's worth a fortune, he's rolling in it. I was so broke, skint that. He's really mean or tight. Okay, so guys, broke, a synonym of broke is skint.
Yeah.
Okay,
But we only use it in the UK or Ireland.
okay,
I don't think Americans use the term skint. I think it's a
no,
British word. Okay.
cool.
Cool, Maria. No problems.
All right, I'll happily correct you when needed. Okay, so, um, hmm,
So, what does
at
it mean when you say you can live on? What does that mean? Live on.
means like
Phrasal verb. It's a phrasal verb to live on.
you can survive. Like it's
Yeah,
kind of like I'm thinking like it's similar to like get by, isn't it? Really?
it is, but it is similar. It is, but live on just means I can live my life
Yeah,
happily
yeah,
with this amount of money. Okay, I
yeah.
don't need more than this amount of money to just live. Okay,
Okay, so
so
for example,
get by. I think
In
get
Spain,
by
which
is
is true, in
sorry.
Spain, just if I'm referring to Spain, they say that if you earn €1,000 a month, because it's quite cheap there, in Spain you can live on or live on.
Or live off. Yeah, it's the
But like
same.
if we're using it, sorry, I just kind of think now, if we're using it, I can live on or I can live off €1,000 a month. That's the thing.
It's the same thing. We use them
Okay,
both the same way. It's really strange. I know English is such a weird language that you can change the preposition and use on and off with live, and it has the same meaning. You can literally
okay, so
choose
you
which one.
can live on, or I'll just put in the preposition off,
Yeah.
one
Or,
thousand a month.
but to get by on,
Mm.
I think it's a bit more like survive, like you said.
Yeah.
To get by means like I can literally just get to the end of the month with this money, but just, only just. Okay. Um, in Florence, you can get by on, I don't think 1,000 cuts it.
No.
No. I've never lived in the center of Florence, but in general, I think you need about at least 200 or 300 euros more.
Yeah, 1,300 more or less would be like the standard.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got kids, obviously, but if you're living alone, well, if you live with 1,000 a month, you could probably still survive, but it would basically mean what you're doing now, like staying in majority of your time and just,
Not going out, not spending
yeah,
money in the cinema,
just kind
not
of
taking
living,
out
but that's
dinner
kind of
out.
boring.
Yeah. Okay. So that's I think this is my interpretation. What the difference is with live off or live on or get by on, but they are
Yeah.
quite similar. They're quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about he's worth a fortune or he's rolling in it?
Mm.
Remember, we can have the subject it, like I know
Yeah.
the car is worth a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, it's worth a fortune.
Mm.
But also a person. Can you give me an
Yeah.
example? Oh, Michael's giving us an example of Milan. In Milan, you can live on 1,500 a month. Yeah, because Milan is more expensive than Florence. I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah. Milan is very. I've been told that the accommodation as well is crazy up there. How
Like
expensive it is.
to rent. Yeah,
Yeah. I think Florence is a little bit better. But because like I pay 480 a month, and I
yeah.
live in Piazza Libertà, which is not that bad. Like I live next. Well, I live next to Giardino della Cultura, which is like, I've got a garden on my doorstep and it's in the center. Like, I love where I live.
But do you share?
Um,
Do you share rent?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but there's just the three of us, so it's not that bad. I think it's
Okay.
good value.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so what about he's worth a fortune or she's worth a fortune? Paul, who can you think of who is worth a fortune?
Um, Berlusconi is worth a fortune, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Or Cristiano Ronaldo
Mm,
is worth a fortune.
absolutely.
Yeah. So to buy this player, you need to spend millions. Otherwise, he won't
Mm-hmm.
come and play for your team. Okay. Or Berlusconi is rolling it. He has lots and
Mm,
lots of money. So he's just like Paperino, I think that's his name.
mm.
Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck.
It's a
Okay.
good example.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I will give an example of I was so broke or I was so skint that.
Okay.
Um, okay. When I first started working in Italy, I was so skint that I could never go out to the pub or to have a pizza with my friends. I couldn't. I couldn't go because I was so skint. I had no money. Right. Do you want to give an example of he's really mean or he's really tight? Of course, students, if you want to give an example, you can please write it in the chat.
Absolutely. Hmm. My friend is so skint. She doesn't like to spend her money unless it's just for herself. And
Or
it's
just
a
for you.
rare occasion.
Yeah. Ooh,
Okay,
I
nice,
like
nice, Marco. The rents
yeah,
have, I would say, have sky because if we're using the last few years, we're talking about from
present
past
perfect.
until present. Yeah, so it would be the rents have skyrocketed in the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But
But
remember
you
that
know what?
in the US, very often they do not use the present perfect and
Mm.
they use the past simple when
Oh, okay.
referring to. I didn't know this. Well, I did because I just heard it, in films and stuff like that. But yeah, our colleagues like Christine, she's American. She confirmed it for me that in
Okay.
America they very often do not use the present perfect form, and they just simply use the past simple, even if
Yeah.
they're talking about a non-specific time. But in for us British people, that doesn't sound right. It sounds wrong.
It's
But it
interesting,
isn't
yeah.
technically because it's in the US. It's correct. Yeah. But
Or like they say like I just arrived or I have just arrived. Like in
exactly,
American, yeah.
Americans just say I just arrived. Yeah. So a great word there, skyrocketed. I like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um, and be careful, Maria. What is the past simple and past participle of hit?
Hmm.
Is it regular or irregular?
It's similar to cut. Okay, if you think of cut
For put?
or put, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. So it's hit, hit, hit. Hit,
Okay,
hit,
it's
hit.
hit, hit, hit. Okay, very good. And
The highest point. Yeah.
yeah.
What about somebody who's really mean or really tight? Do you know anybody who's really mean or really tight, Paul?
Um, yeah, my friend from South Africa. He came and visited me 2 weeks ago, and we traveled around, and it's funny. You guys can agree to disagree with me. So I spent a lot of money, like in the supermarkets, hosting and stuff like that. And when we wanted to take the train back from Lucca to Florence, he basically had, because I didn't have my credit card with me. I left it at home, and I wanted to insert like money into the machine, but the machine was basically saying that because of the coronavirus, that like the tickets were sold out or something. So he had to go onto the application and pay €10 for me. And then a week later, he was like, "Oh, Paul, by the way, can you send me on the €10?" And I'm like, "Well, you do realize I spent maybe 30 or 40 € on groceries for us."
Yeah.
So I was just, in my opinion, he was really mean or tight when he asked me that question.
Okay. Good.
So
Great example. Great example.
it's true.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's some people who really literally for like €5 or €10.
Oh
But
yeah, for nothing.
depends,
Like
but
anyway,
it depends on your. I suppose it depends on your situation. I mean,
yeah.
um, there have been times when I have literally had no money left,
Mm,
and I had to get to the end of the month, and maybe I, gave some money to someone. I was like, I really could do with that €10 back. Just like
no,
I would never.
absolutely.
I hate you asking for it. I would hate asking for
Mm,
it. But sometimes you're just in that kind of situation where even just €10 really counts for you.
no, it does
So
absolutely, and I'm not
but
judging.
in general, I'm not like that. In general,
But
I don't care.
for example, if you host someone and
Hmm.
they stay for like 4 or 5 days, and then like they eat your food that you bought, it's kind of
Yeah,
like you have to, like, you host them. Imagine going to Florence. It's like
yeah,
expensive anyway. So
yeah. I get it. I get it.
okay, so here we have money vocabulary. So I'll read. Money makes the world go round. A penny saved is a penny earned. Business is the art of extracting money from another man's pocket without resorting to violence. The best things in life are free, and the only way to not think about money is to have a great deal of it. And Joelle, if you want to read 6, 7, and 8, that
Yeah.
would be great.
So money often costs too much.
Mm,
Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you the kind of misery you prefer.
mm,
And the real measure of your wealth is how much you'd be worth if you lost all your money. Hmm. So, what do you think they mean? What is the interpretation of this phrase? Okay. So, money makes the world go round. I think you have something similar in Italian, a similar phrase.
mm-hmm.
So, is that without money, nothing functions in the world. The world just stops and grinds to a halt. Okay? A bit like what's happening now, I think. I think the world is probably going to go through a global recession because of the coronavirus. What do you think, Paul?
Absolutely. For example, in Ireland, there's already been reports of 200,000 jobs been lost in retail alone and the hospitality sector because of the closing of businesses. And it's a shame because we've actually been recovering, and now we're going to go back into a mini recession. Of course, Italy's going to suffer as well because Easter is the peak time and
Yeah,
many visitors will not come for a while.
yeah. And also, Italian people will not be able to travel because Italians are absolutely huge on tourism. Italians love traveling,
Mm.
so a lot of them being forced to stay home and not travel. I mean, even the airlines at the moment are really suffering. So, what about the next one, number two?
Okay, a penny saved is a penny earned. Absolutely.
So,
So
what does this mean?
any money that you have is valuable. Every cent counts, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Maria, I am from Ireland.
Yeah. She joined us after the
Yeah.
introduction. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm from London. Okay. Number three, business is the art of extracting money from another man's pocket without resorting to violence. Ooh,
Gold digger.
I agree with this. It's actually a really nice, it's a really good phrase. It really hits home, you know? Um,
Hmm.
Doing business well is literally taking money from another person without having to force them to do it or resorting to violence. You're basically convincing them to give you their money. This is what business is. You're convincing people to spend their money with you. That's what sales managers have to do. You know? Okay, what about number four?
So the best things in life are free. Absolutely. I agree.
For example,
When people give out free food, I guess, like I was in Bologna before and I remember there were people cutting meat and they were giving it out for free and I was like, oh, this is so good. Like when they give a free product. And you, Joel,
but
can you give an example?
oh yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of like not physical things, but
Okay,
abstract things like love or friendship
okay, absolutely.
or kindness.
Mm-hmm.
These things are free. Or a smile. Just if
Absolutely.
somebody smiles at you, you automatically feel better. And I didn't spend anything smiling at you. It was just, you know, you don't have to. It doesn't cost you anything to be nice, and it doesn't cost you anything to be kind or show love.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number five. Oh yeah, great. Values such as friendship.
Mm.
Fantastic.
Absolutely, Maria. Brilliant.
Um, Number five. The only way not to think about money is to have a great deal of it. I kind of agree. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, for the average family, the average person, um, you even if you are comfortable or have enough money to live off, there's always a little voice in the back of your mind saying, "Oh, do I have enough money to pay for the rent next month, or will I have enough money to buy the new car that I need because my old one is, about to pack it in."
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you have a lot of it, you don't actually ever think, oh, I need money. Oh, I might need money in the future. So,
Marco says a penny saved is a penny earned, especially if I invested it in a good way. Absolutely. Have a look
oh,
at the have a look at the shares, okay? My friend is my flatmate actually is investing a lot in shares and he says like that the global stock market has gone completely down. So perhaps
mm,
investing in shares could be, as I
not
said,
a
it's up to you.
not a great idea. Yeah.
I don't want to encourage anybody to spend their money, but it's what he's doing at the moment, and he's told me that now is the time to invest your money in shares.
Oh, really? He's saying it's good. Oh, I would have thought it would be bad.
Yeah,
But, okay.
because
But I
it's
think that
completely crashed.
I think he's written it well, though. Penny saved is a penny earned. I think in general, especially if
Okay.
invested, like especially if the money is invested.
Ah, okay, okay. Especially if invested in a good way. Okay, very good, excellent.
All right, so let's go back to our objectives page and recap a little bit what we've done. Who
Yeah.
can, Paul, can you just remind the students of a proverb about money or saying about money?
Ah, a penny. What is that one?
Penny saved?
Saved is a penny earned. Okay, as Marco said, a penny saved is a penny earned. Yep.
Okay, laughs off a free. Great, Marco. Um, it's
Mer-
to have a great deal of it. Sorry, Nadia was saying
Yeah.
it's to have. The only way
To
that you
de-
don't think about money is if you have a lot of it. If you have a lot, you don't
yes.
think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Maria,
What is
as Joel is saying, to have a great deal of money is like to have a lot of money. If you think of a quantifier, a lot of. I have a great deal of money means I have a lot of money.
exactly? Okay. And another phrase: money makes the world go round.
It
Yeah.
does.
Okay. So thank you for joining us today. It was great to have a lesson with you. Thank you for participating, and
Yeah.
thank you, Paul, as well, for
No worries.
doing the focus together with me.
Yeah,
And
guys. And apologies for the technical
problem.
delays. But you were
That's right.
wonderful and have a great day. Ciao,
Goodbye.
ragazzi.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys.